started. But yeah, I just wanted to say a welcome to everybody here today for the Minty AMA at Pinksale, and a big thanks to the Minty team, Ismail and Sian, for coming out to Pinksale for this AMA. So yeah, I'm not sure. No good, Ismail.
Ismail, maybe just close Telegram on your phone and reopen it. That might help, because I think this also helped with my volume.
All right. Maybe in the meantime, Sian, if you want to give an introduction, tell us a little bit about yourself and the team, and then hopefully Ismail will will get his situation sorted.
All right. First of all, thank you for the opportunity to have an AMA with Pinksale. We really appreciate your platform, and we are very confident that this will turn out in a great way. And yeah, some things to my person, like you might hear, I'm from Germany due to my accent, and I'm an economist, and I teamed up with Ismail a long time ago, and this is a project which Ismail founded, and he's the CEO of this project. And yes, may I give an introduction to Ismail, since I know him for a long time? So
Yes, sure, that'd be great.
okay, so Ismail originally comes from a Web 2 background, so he became fascinated with Web 3 and all these possibilities around 2016. So he's in the crypto space since 2016, and the first time he invested into crypto was during the bull run in 2017. And from his side, you could say that he lost some huge time there, like many other people. But however, after a small shock, he realized that his main motivation was being in the space, that he knows that the blockchain technology and the concept of decentralization will eventually change how we as people will interact with each other. So first he started as a crypto investor, and today he's one of the top streamers in the crypto space on Binance Live, on this live streaming platform, especially for the crypto space created by Binance. And he also owns a Web3 development and marketing agency. And of course, our latest project is Viddli/Minty, Minty our token, and the Viddli project. And yeah, that's to Ismail himself and to the project itself. So what you see on the presale is the Minty presale, and Minty is the governance token of the Viddli app. And the Viddli app is also available now on the Play Store. And today we also wanted to announce that it will be available on the App Store too. So what is it about? It's basically a decentralized social media where users get rewarded for using it. And so to everyone who wants to try out this app and wants to join this project, you can download Viddli on the App Store or on the Play Store and have a look at it, and also start earning your minties. And that's for the project so far.
Nice. Thank you very much for the intro. Ismail, again, let me just unmute him. He must have popped in and out. So yeah, you said it was for your governance token.
Right.
And it's the governance token for, is it Viddli? Am I saying that correctly?
Yes, that's correct. Viddli.
Yep.
Definitely.
Okay, cool. All right, maybe if you can start. So Viddli would have been the first project that you guys had released or launched, right? And then Minty is obviously the second portion of that ecosystem.
That's right so far. So Viddli is the app itself, and just to run the app and to reward users, and to truly be decentralized and also to participate in this whole Web3 ecosystem, we also need our Minty token, which we are launching obviously right now.
Yeah, nice. Okay, and just based on the app, can you just maybe give a little bit more of an in-depth rundown into the project utility and the app itself, and then we can sort of put together how the revenue stream and all that sort of stuff gets tied in through the app as well.
Of course. So, like I said, Viddli is a social media app that pays users a share of the ad revenue generated by the app. So, you have content creators and content consumers. And let's say you yourself, Seano, am I saying right, Seano?
Yep, yep, that's fine.
Okay, Seano. Okay, let's say you go to the Viddli app and set up your own profile on the Viddli app and start producing content. Like you write articles about things you are interested in. And it doesn't matter in which language you are doing it, because we have a very global user base. And like in the app, you also see ads. Like we are connected to an ad provider, which is showing ads. So basically like scrolling through Instagram or TikTok, you are also seeing ads daily. And our thinking is, okay, all these ads will stay at the major provider of the platform. So will stay in the hands of Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Meta, whoever. And the idea is now to be truly decentralized by redistributing the ad revenues based on how much time you have spent on the app. So let's say you write an article, I can read that article, I can scroll down after several amount of time that I spent on the article, I can push the button claim rewards. Then an ad will show up and both the reader and the one who wrote the article will get rewarded in e-minties, which is a utility token. So we have both e-minties and minties. And at the end of the month, these e-minties will be converted to minties based on your relative amount relatively to the other users.
Yeah, nice. Okay, and just just to talk about the app itself, you mentioned writing articles and things like that. So, is there any way for users to hack? I'm just thinking off the top of my head, is there any way for users to sort of hack that, or not hack, but um, how do I say it? What's the right word? To sort of do dodgy business around being rewarded sort of by leaving the app open constantly. Let's just say you had a spare mobile phone where you could leave the app open all day long, so that the app is tracking your usage time, and then obviously rewarding you for time that you're actually not spending. Is there any sort of workaround with things like that, or am I just taking it too far?
That's a very good question, and also something we needed to consider at the very beginning, just before launching this project and before developing this app. And basically, it's due to the fact that you have to spend a certain amount of time on every article. So let's say your article is 4 minutes long. I need to spend 4 minutes on the article, scroll down to the bottom, so manually, and push the button claim rewards myself. And then at the end also tap, okay, I know what I have done. So there is like no possibility to do such thing. But let's say you just spam the app with tons of articles. Okay, you think, okay, if I post 1,000 articles a day, every article gets 1 view a day, and I will earn like, I don't know how much emoji. The thing is, like, our algorithm works like a natural selection. So as more time goes by in our whole ecosystem, you will see that some content creators that deliver high value content will gain more attractivity. So also to other users that they can like stand out of the crowd. So it's basically, to go back to your question, there is no such opportunity for people to hack the system and just to gain more rewards by leaving the app open, because you have to engage manually on this app. So
Okay. Yep. And I've seen on the App Store, because like you said, I can see that the app is available on the App Store. And yeah, congratulations on having that sort of achievement, because, we don't really see many projects hit that sort of milestone. And there's a lot of people who say that they'll release their app, but don't actually end up doing that. But yeah, so congratulations on that. I had a question though, because I can see on the App Store it lists the app as being 12 years old, I think.
12 years old, really?
Or maybe that's for 12-year-old people, people 12
Yeah,
and
that's for
above.
12.
It comes up a little bit weird on the Android apps, the App Store for me, but okay, maybe it is 12 plus. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
just reading that wrong.
it's for 12 plus,
Yeah,
definitely.
that's my bad. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's my bad. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Sorry, it's sorted. That's my eyes are playing games with me. All right. So then, with regards to the actual Minty project itself and the governance token, can you just explain what that does for users who were to purchase Minty token in your sale?
Of course. So basically, in first line, it's also an investment into the project. So because it's similar to having like a share of an early startup, of an early Web3 project, which is going to build up day by day, because like our community sees what we are doing every day. We are very transparent. We are standing here with our own faces, our own names, and we are fully doxed. So this is basically, in first line, an opportunity to invest into an early startup and to have the opportunity to be really at an early stage of a company, of a project. And second, of course, it is just to build up a certain base of for yourself with the Minty token. So just looking at the future, to, like I said, it's a governance token, and with the governance token, of course, in the future, to for the Viddli project to act as a DAO. So also users will have the opportunity to influence the changes and the outcome of the project. So this basically, of course.
Yeah, and what's the next step moving forward for Viddli and, well, yeah, like you said, Minty, but yeah, mainly Viddli.
A very good question. So the next step basically is the conversion of the first rewards, because like I said, we've launched on the Play Store like a month ago, and we already have over 3,000 downloads on the Play Store only. And also daily users who are online, around 1,200 users. And all those users participated in the app, they engaged, and they earned their eMinty, the utility token. And like I said, the next step would be to convert those eMinties into minties. And I will later on, I will explain the mechanism behind that, because some might say, okay, when after every month, when everyone gets their minties, they could dump their token, but we have a mechanism which prevents that. So, and after that, we will start to further develop the app and to make further marketing to spread the word about the app. So we truly want to have also, besides to articles, besides education, a video function, also to attract more content creators, to attract more influencers to the app, and also explaining to everyone and showing everyone that it doesn't has to be a monopoly which provides those functions, but it could be also owned by their own users, so that all content creators and all content consumers can will have the opportunity to be rewarded for their own time.
And obviously rewarded in Minty.
Yeah, definitely. Which they can also exchange for fiat money, because it's fair.
Yeah. And what about staking. Can users, be rewarded in Minty token and then stake those tokens for additional
Yet,
funding? Or
okay. Yet we don't have the staking function. This has a certain reason, because right at the beginning we didn't want to inflate the token supply too much, because we have an like total supply which cannot be minted, so we cannot mint more minties. But for the future, we will enable staking for the DAO function to participate in like governments, like how you say in like when we question or when we ask questions to the Minty holders, that they can participate in governance activities of the app. So where should we put emphasis on? Where should be our focus in the future? So for this, enable will be enabled in the future, but not yet, because yet we don't have such, to be honest, such a power to give also an amount of this power to the community to like to have a certain function on how the app will develop.
okay, yeah, right. And then at least, like you said, you give users the power to be able to vote and make make their voice heard in terms of the future development of the project and the direction that it's going in. So I think, yeah, that's really cool.
Right. And let me tell you something about the mechanism, which I think is one of the best things we have with the Minty token and the conversion of the rewards to Minties. So let's say we have made $1,000 of ad revenues in this month, like in March. And what we do with these €1,000, we buy Minties from the open market with it. So we generate certain buying pressure. We drive the price up, and all these Minties, like I said, how it's calculated relatively on how much e-Minties someone else has, will be then redistributed. So let's say everyone decides to sell their Minties, it will turn out again to the same level. So you don't have you are not inflating the supply, or like it's just I just like the mechanism. So to be honest, because you buy with your ad revenues, you buy Minties tokens from the market, so you are not dependent on new investors coming in every day. That's the amazing thing about it. So it's not a Ponzi, because we have a product which generates revenues, and with these revenues we buy Minty tokens, and of course this generates liquidity itself, because we have a liquidity generator token. So 2% of every purchase and every sell will go into the liquidity. So liquidity is able to build up day by day and from transaction to transaction. So you have an income stream, which and also a buying pressure on the Minty token.
Nice, I like it. Sounds good. Um, s- Especially if it's generating the buy pressure and hopefully reducing people from wanting to sell based on the gains that they'd be getting from your
Right.
mechanism. So yeah, hopefully it all works out and it does what you said it say it does, because that'd be a very positive aspect to your project for sure.
Sure. Yeah, we are
Right, just
growing day by day. Like,
yeah, I can imagine. And just moving on to your pre-sale, I can see that you guys are listed on Pinksale, and your sale starts just after this AMA, so within 30 minutes or so. Did you want to
yes.
talk us through your pre-sale and how much you're looking to raise and what you're intending to do with those funds?
Sure. So in first case, let's talk about the soft and the hard cap. So for anyone who doesn't know what this is about, so we the soft cap is around 75 BNB. So this is the minimum amount we need to reach to make this pre-sale successful. And the hard cap is a 300 BNB. This is what we would like to get, but if not, that's also no problem at all. So what we would like, let's assume we will reach 75 BNB. What we will do with these funds is that, first of all, we want to take these funds, and like a small amount of these funds will be to further spread the word about Minty, because you will have network effects as more people go to the app, as the more value it will generate, because more people will see ads, more revenue will be generated, and so on. And with another part of these funds, we want to push the liquidity furthermore, so to have a stable ground in liquidity, so people can also ensure to always have funds available for exchanging minties into fiat or BNB or what they like.
And I can see that you're giving away 5% to affiliates, which I think is a nice bonus for anybody who's looking to help sort of push your project and be rewarded with rewards. You know, there's 15 BNB up for grabs, which is quite significant for anybody who's pushing that. But again, I can see 51% liquidity, initial starting market cap of about 166K, which is a very healthy market cap in this market anyway, I think.
Yes.
And just looking down at your token metrics, something I noticed beforehand was the team tokens are 22%.
Yes, right.
Did you want to talk us through, you know, some of the main token metrics, and then especially around the centralized exchange listings, because you've got centralized exchange listings 1 and 2. If you could talk us through those.
Yes, sure. So also a very important point also for new investors and participants in the pre-sale. So basically, let's first talk about the team tokens. We are like a team of around 8 people, and almost the majority of us has worked without any salary since today, just till today, and maybe for the next weeks too. So this is something we hold back for us for the future, so that all the past investments we did from our own pockets, so especially our CEO Ismail, who funded this whole project himself, and also like when he asked me, hey, Sian, do you want to come on board as an economist, as a CEO because of your background? I said, yeah, right, but like I don't want salary, just give me a portion of the Minty token for the future. So this is the point where we are transparent, and like every team member has his own amount of tokens. And of course, our founder, who invested the biggest bunch of money into this project, has also the biggest stake. But it's in our own interest to hold these tokens for a very long time, since they are locked and also vested. So I think all the tokens will be released, or totally released. So they're being released gradually and totally. So the whole release is like ending in 2 years. So in 2 years, everyone will have the opportunity in the team to access their tokens. That's why we are here for the long term. So basically, that's about the team tokens. And you also asked about the centralized exchange tokens. So we are in contact with several centralized exchanges. So with very good offers, who saw the project, who saw the product, and said, okay, guys, we like what you are doing, and we want to offer you an listing on our centralized exchange. And of course, for this listing, you need a several amount of tokens, and of course, a several amount of money to be ready to list the token. So I cannot say when exactly we will list on a centralized exchange, but it is deeply planned into our token metrics. So.
Awesome. All right. Well, yeah, coming into the last question, just before we get some questions from the audience, I just wanted to ask about your marketing plans so far, and then what you guys intend to do. Obviously, you'll end up with some funds from the pre-sale, but yeah, just in terms of what you guys will do for marketing post-sale as well.
So our main emphasis is on pushing the app forward and spreading the app, the word for the app. So like since until today, we have a very, very nice community of whom many people are also now in this AMA. And also they are supporting very much at this point. I want to thank every single one of them here at this point. And to further marketing plans, we have planned several campaigns with big influencers in the crypto space, but also with normal influencers, because this project is not only for the crypto space, but of course, like agreements with several influencers who will hop onto the app and start generating content on the app, and also taking their fan base and also their follower base with them to the app. So to gain more users. This is our main marketing plan, to team up with several influencers. Like, what do I mean with influence? I don't mean these like beauty influencers and so on. No, I mean educational influencers who really generate valuable content, who educate the people who we want to have on the app, and we are teaming up with them, and so they can also take their follower base onto the app.
Beautiful. Thanks. Yeah, appreciate that. All right. Well, is there anything else that you wanted to share with us? And also, Ismail, I will just double check that I have him. Guys, I didn't ask you to raise your hands yet. Trying to find Ismail first.
Yeah, no problem. But at this point, in this point, I want to say that Early Minter, so the founder of this project of Viddli, is also a Web3 and marketing agency itself. So it would be a very nice testimonial also for us to show that, okay, we have a successful product, so that everyone else is able to see, okay, what is Early Minter capable of as a Web3 and marketing firm. So nevertheless, no matter if it's the development of an app or the community building or the hosting of AMAs, so that people see, okay, they can generate valuable things. So shall we try with Ismail? Like, Ismail, can you speak? I hope so.
I think now I can, but I don't know how long. Telegram is banned here. Telegram is banned, so I have to use a VPN. I don't know if it's going to be stable for long, but I could listen to the last part of the AMA. And Sian, thank you for doing this great job, and of course, thank you to Shiano for inviting us to the AMA here, and thanks to everybody who's listening. I'm looking forward seeing you all participating in the Pinksale pre-sale. And if you have any questions and I cut off, I can still answer by text here in the Telegram group.
Yeah, perfect. All right, everyone. Well, now that we got both founders on the call, and it's all working well, let's get some questions for them. Please raise your hands. Let's get through as many as we can, and yeah, make sure that your microphones are clear. Let's go. D, start us off, buddy. How you doing?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Shiano, for the opportunity. Hello, Sian and Ismail. It's been a great time having you here. Am I audible?
Yep.
Yes, bro. Clear.
Okay, so I have a concern. Mr. Shiano asked part of my concern, but I still have a concern in regards to cheating with your app, because if I don't know if you have an algorithm to be able to track either multiple accounts or people that will be cloning the app in order to earn more. Because some people may want to clone the app in order to have a chance of earning more from it. And also they may even be using VPN in order to change location. So I don't know if you have put this into consideration, or if you also have an algorithm to be able to track this down. And if you also have a penalty for people that are cheating, that this is a penalty if you cheat. This is your penalty. Is either you get banned or your accounts get deleted completely. So I don't know if you have put this into consideration.
Should I answer that, Sian?
Yes, that would be cool.
Okay. First of all, thank you, D, so much for this question. It's a very good question indeed, and it's important that transparency, of course, in the process of earning for everybody is fair. So yes, of course, and this was in the beginning when we launched the app, already on the table as a question from our community. For now, the app is in a beta version, means only invited users are able to access the app. So only if you have an invite code from our team, you can access the app. But in the future, once we finish the functions that we need to secure and make the app fair for everyone to earn, we will have, of course, the functionality that it's based on the device that you are using. Now, if you are going to use 2 devices or 3 devices, I mean, in the end, even like big apps like StepBand cannot prevent that really. But let me tell you about Viddli and the earning process. We are focusing that we want to have high quality content on the app. So you will see that after a while, the better the content, the more people it engages, the more people it reaches. These are the kinds of earnings that will earn much more than, let's say, just simply watching ads on the ad or whatever. Because in the end, we need users to watch content on the platform. And we want to reward good content. But the content, I don't mean that you have to create videos. The good content could be also a comment on the platform. So if you do good comments and you engage people to interact and to have interactions with each other on the platform, you will earn. So if you manage to do that with several devices, however, that's against our terms of service, and we won't find out, but you still create like valuable content for the platform. It's like what in German they say, what he doesn't know doesn't make him fire. But if you get into the reporting system, we have a system of 3 strikes. So you have 3 wrongdoings depending on what, of course, if it's like severe and you spread like false information or whatever, you will be banned immediately, and everything that you have earned will be burned. You can read all the details in the terms of service. But right now, the app is in a learning phase. Like our team is learning right now about the behavior of the people in the app, because as Sian mentioned already, we want to create a decentralized organization. That means in the future, we as a team don't want to get involved into content moderation or see what user is doing what. So for us, it's important to have genuine interaction in the app so we can learn and maybe even teach an AI on how to do that in the future, or have the community organize that itself in order to become a DAO. Otherwise, it would not be possible for us.
Beautiful.
Okay. That was really great. That was really great. I understood all what you said in regards to that. But the 3 strike that we are talking about, do you give your investor a chance to maybe defend themselves in any kind of strike? Is there any possibility for that?
Yes, definitely. You can send an objection to every strike that you get, and our team will review that internally. Then later on, we hope that this process will be done by a committee from the community, but for now, our team will do it. It's important to know that some strikes, for example, like copyright violation, we take those very serious. And if you found that you post like plagiarized content onto the app, we will take immediate action and close your account, because this is illegal. Like anything that is against the law is not allowed on the app in any way. But if, for example, I don't know, you had a fight with someone in the app and you commented to each other bad words and like you got reported for that, we'll try to settle for that between a community. But as I said, as long as it's not illegal, you will have the chance to object. But if you did something illegal, then that's KO criteria and you will be out of the app.
Thank you very much for clearing my concern. I really appreciate this. This is excellent. Thank you, Mr. Shano, for the opportunity.
Oh, good day. Cheers, man. All right, let's go. Akeem, how you doing, buddy?
Great. Thank you so much. Ismail, I hope I'm right. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, bro.
Akeem, you just have to speak up a little bit, buddy.
Okay. Hope you can hear me now.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let me go to my question. My question actually, it seems like I've not heard you talk about the NFT, and I went through your last white paper. I saw the NFT. So my question here is this: can you please tell us what the utilities of the NFT will be, and if there is any kind of a limitation in terms of supply of the NFT that you are providing, and will it be possible as well for me to be able to transfer from your platform to another platform in case I want to sell that NFT? So I wait for your response. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Akeem, for your question. Yeah, it's a good question actually, because our NFTs play an important role in the app. We have different levels of NFTs. They start at $50 and end at $800, I believe is the most expensive one. And we have one more NFT that you cannot buy. This one you have to collect from another collection called UBDA, but I think now it's too late to get the hands on those, where you will get the chance to get one legendary NFT, which will give you 200x on your earnings. So basically, the glasses and maybe later the pen is for people who want to have an advantage of earning inside of the app. When you own a glass, it's like similar, like I don't know of a similar concept right now, but if you have a glass, for example, and someone earns one e-minty on the app, and you do the same exact task, but you have the glasses that give you 50x, then you will have 50 e-minties. So it's basically mostly for earning. Later on, we plan to add more utilities to them. But until now, we were so focused on the development of the app, and these glasses were from the beginning just an earning factor. When you buy them on the Binance Smart Chain. That means they're also decentralized. You can transfer them to any Binance Smart Chain wallet that you have, and you can sell them. Later on, you will connect them to your wallet. Right now, it's not possible, but later on a later stage, you will connect them to your wallet and get, for example, access to exclusive content that people don't share because of e-minties, but rather for people to view, or offer premium subscriptions inside of the app with the glasses that you can access inside of our community, of course. The glasses will play an important role in the project. And as I said, like, you can sell and buy them freely.
That is definitely great. But sorry, that partly you have not had, maybe I'll say that I don't know. The supply of the NFT, is it going to be continuous, or it has a limitation? It's limited in supply.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I skipped that point. I forgot about it. Well, for now, we have 500 glasses. In the future, there will be more, depending on how many users have in demand for it. Because you have to imagine, if later on the app has like 10 million users, but we only have 500 glasses, the price will inflate so much that nobody can afford them anymore. So we will create a situation where the demand will like, maybe based on votes from the community, will judge if we release new glasses or not. It will be made democratically, the vote in our Discord community, until, as I said, the process is more easy. But we want to have a certain kind of control of the NFT prices. We want them always to have a stable price, because those who invested already into the glasses are our dearest community members. Like, they are the most loyal community members that have been supporting us from the beginning. And it was a promise from me that, like, I'll make sure that the NFT will not be oversold. Like, it's not, the NFT is not a way for us to profit from the app, actually, because even the revenue from the Minty glasses will go back into the ad revenue of the app. It doesn't go to our company. So the glasses were created purely only for the community, and we will try our best to have the price of them always stable, and of course get higher by the time.
That's perfectly answered. Because of time, because others will ask questions, I will get to your Telegram to ask you, because I will have asked in case maybe in the future we could access these classes outside, apart from the virtual aspect of it. Anyway, let's just forget about that. I will be asking that question later. Thank you, Shano, for the opportunity. And Ismail, welcome to the best launch pad. Think so. Thank you.
Thanks again, Gustav. Sins, if you want to go up next, how you doing?
Hey, Shan. Good evening.
Hey, buddy.
Good
Good evening.
evening too. Yeah. So, my question is about the rewards on view to earn. So, let's say after reaching the minimum amount of MT tokens required for converting into Minty tokens, are you going to allow the users to sell 100% of their total earnings, or are you going to limit them by setting up to a certain percentage? And is it also affected by 5% tax if the user sells this rewards? Thank you.
Well, look, I think your question refers to like when people sell their tokens, that the price may be dumped or whatever. The system works like this: you collect eminties, okay, in the app, and the people that have eminties will have them converted at the end of the month. Now, the conversion rate from eminty to minty is basically the ad revenue generated by the app, because it's not a Ponzi. We cannot create like magically money. So whatever we earn with the app, we have a percentage of that to buy off minties from the open market in the value and distribute it to the value that users hold the eminties. Now, if the users all together decided, hey, we all want to sell now our tokens, that would be absolutely no problem, because in the end, they can just sell what they got from the app, which was generated by them anyway, because the users generated that value. So we cannot restrict them and spending their minties as they please. So there will be just, I think, a minimum amount because of tax of the token. There's a 5% tax on the minty that is on buy and sell. So that doesn't matter. That will also benefit the project again because of liquidity and marketing, and also get you 1% as a holder. And so it's actually a very, very nice system, because if you look at other earn apps, like where whatever Walk or View or whatever, they like, it's very intransparent how the money is actually being made and distributed to users. Like, where is the real value? But here you have a hard value. You have like ad revenue, and this ad revenue is like the main thing that social media companies work with. So this is split up with the user very, very democratically. So I think this is a very stable way in the future to show also the concept of decentralization, that hasn't to be a big company that owns everything for themselves, and they can restrict you because the money you make for them by using their platforms is giving them so much powers. So here it's like the opposite. The users quite own the platform basically, because they are the ones interacting and doing everything. So I hope I could answer the question and got it right.
Yeah, nice answer. Thank you for that response, Ismail. Thank you, Shano and Shan. Thank you.
Cheers, Sins. Emmy, if you want to go up next.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Shono, and hi,
Hey,
Mr. Ismail. Yeah, so my question is, since there are going to be content creators and they'll be putting out works for people to interact with, would there be like a form of subscribership or followership for them to always be able to still connect with their particular people that always would love to see their work, to see their content? Because you can't compare people that they've been in the job for a long time with new content creators. I feel there should be a form of subscribership or followership for them to always be able to reach their supposed, familiar people that always want to see their content. I don't know if you understand my question.
I think you mean like I maybe you know that we have already followers and friends on the app. That means like right now, if you have a profile on Viddli, you will also have the ability that people will follow you, or you can follow other people. If you refer to like subscribers, I don't know if you mean a paid way. We wanted to make this more fair for the content creators. I'm a content creator myself, and I can tell you it's really not fair what the platforms are paying to content creators in general, if they pay anything. For example, on Instagram, most of the content creators, they earn only by either paid placements from products, or if they have now newly introduced subscriptions and tips from their community. So we don't want that. We want that everybody gets a fair share, because there's money being generated. Why do I have, as a content creator, need to rely on my community that they pay me from money that they didn't earn from the platform? So it makes absolutely no sense what currently is going on social media. So that is the way we want to deal things. So if you create good content that has good interaction, you will get that what you deserve from that what we earn, of course. So this is our approach for that.
Yeah, thank you very much. You already responded to the question, actually. You said there are going to be followers if you put out good content. So thank you very much for your answer. And thank you, Mr. Shono, for the opportunity.
All good to me. Thanks, man. All right, lucky last, we'll get Rachel, if you'd like to ask a question.
Yeah, thank you, Shano. مرحبا اسماعيل.
مرحبا.
Okay. Well, for users who use the app to publish articles or share their writing with others, what I want to know is, are there restrictions or conditions on the content of this article or writings? And is there a specific framework that a user should out while writing an article? And one more thing, is there any kind of copyright or ownership over the app? That's my question.
I'll try to tell you what I understood, and you can tell me if I got the question right. So the first question, you were asking if there is a punishment for copyright infringement on the app?
Yeah, that's my second question.
Okay, what was the first question?
I think more so like plagiarism. Is that what you're talking about, Rach?
Yeah, I mean, any restriction or condition on the content of this article or writing, I can writing into the app.
Ah, you mean what kind of content you can post on the app?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. We want you to be creative. If you like cooking, then write about cooking. If you like business, then write about business. Like, we don't restrict any kind of content. However, two things that we deem morally not okay to talk about or write about on the app is gambling and any NFSW content. We don't want that in the app. Right now, if you look at the other social media companies, their main stream time currently, like from a huge portion, goes into naked bodies or content that is not useful, that is destructive to the community. So we don't want only those two kinds of content, and of course anything related to harassment or illegal activities. Otherwise, anything that you can contribute as content that will benefit someone else in any way is very much welcome.
Okay, I get it. Thank you, Shano. شكرا إسماعيل.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. One last question that we had from a member in the audience. They wanted to know about how you guys look at preventing plagiarism, mainly for people that are, and it sort of backs onto Rachel's question as well, but yeah, mainly for people who are writing articles. How do you stop people who are copying and pasting from other sort of verified sources?
I don't know if Sia mentioned, we have a partnership with Grammarly, and right now we are trying to contact to have more detailed discussion about the AI that we can use and implement into our own platform to detect early, like while writing the article actually, to warn the user that this content is plagiarized and he will get punished if this article goes live. So we are right now, like in the first time when we released the app, we had this problem the first, like people started to take articles from the internet and just publish it to earn money. So this is something I myself as a content creator cannot tolerate. And that is why our main focus right now regarding the content creation is basically on how to prevent plagiarism. And we want to make sure that this will be like a very big overwatch on the app. Like for everything that you do, it has to be creative. If in the future we get like a better way that we can implement, but I think the software from Grammarly will do a great job. It is costly, however, and yet at this point, I honestly have to say I don't think that the app at this stage that we are in right now can afford that. But I'm looking very forward that once we release our alpha version and the app goes public and has a certain user base, that this will be no problem anymore.
Perfect. All right, good stuff. Thanks for the answer. Yeah, a big thank you to the community and the audience for joining the Minty AMA here today. And please, I encourage you guys to head over to the Minty Telegram and yeah, get chatting to the guys here to ask all the questions that you wish. But otherwise, Ismail and Sian, thank you very much for coming out and hosting this AMA with us. It was a really nice AMA to sort of wrap up a Friday. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'll let you guys say some final words to everybody here today.
Thank you so much, Shannon, for giving us the opportunity to speak here on the Pinksale Telegram channel. I want everybody here and said as last words that whatever we talked about here today, I'm still a believer of do your own research. We are widely spread on the internet. If you look for Early Minter and type it in on Google, you will find us on Binance, on everywhere. But still, go to LinkedIn, find out who we are, what we do, and I'm pretty sure the more you do your research, the more you will be convinced that this project is not like many others that you have seen before because of its transparency and the community love that we have. I want to thank everybody and wish you all a very, very nice weekend, and looking forward to seeing you in our community as well.
Yeah, from my side, just the same words, and at the last point, Minty to the moon.
Minty to the moon. Good stuff, guys. Enjoy your day. All the best. We'll chat soon. All right, bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.